Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and in this video I want to go over how I'm utilizing my single ASIC that specializes in mining SHA-256 algorithm or SHA-256 type coins, focusing on Bitcoin, and I'm taking that little amount of Bitcoin that I'm earning per day and using the same ecosystem to make me more Bitcoin. We've all heard it before, and a number of content creators showed us how mining with your Bitcoin ASIC on Nicehash's ASIC 256 boost is actually more profitable than direct mining. I've done a number of videos on it myself, but I am then taking those profits and in that same ecosystem using Nicehash's marketplace or hash rate marketplace to then mine additional Bitcoin and earn. I want to go over those profits that I've made utilizing this one ASIC because I'm just a small fish in a giant pond. I don't have giant warehouses full of ASICs. I just have one. So how can I maximize the amount of Bitcoin I am earning? Well, let me show you a couple of key examples. Now, this isn't always going to be the same story. Sometimes you do put in a marketplace proposal. You do get a number of miners to hash away, but you then either break even or earn less than what you put into it. So it's all a balancing act and knowing the market, looking at the pricing and identifying a good area for you to enter. Don't overpay for hash rate, but don't underpay either, because then you won't be consistently in the profitability range. But I'm using Brains Pool just to point Nicehash's ASICs or a specific requested amount, because you can set the terahash that you want to utilize towards Brains Pools, and I'm earning the profitability. Now, the first order we did was on July 29th, and you can see Brains Pool using the US West market. And basically, it takes a little bit of time, right? So if I start on the 29th, the payments start coming out to the following day. So basically, I earned a mining reward of 0.00083 on the 30th of July, so the following day. And then the day after that, on the 31st, I earned 0.0002 Bitcoin. But then again, because the market may not be running your order 24/7, right? Unless you're paying the top-notch amount and you're overpaying, you're not going to have a consistent amount of hash rate that's just consistently working on your behalf. So I put it in a good range in the middle, right? To where, yeah, I get some miners on it, they're working my order, then it falls off because other people are outbidding me, and then it comes back on. So then on August 1st, we made a decent amount, 0.002888 Bitcoin. Now, if we look at what we put into it, on that order, I literally only put 0.002 Bitcoin. However, at the end of everything, I basically made, let's see here, 0.0039 Bitcoin. So out of 0.002 that I invested, I made a little bit more than that. So let's compare and contrast that in a different calculator mode, because I got a number of different orders to compare. We're going to minus 0.002. And so we made that much extra Bitcoin, right? So how much extra Bitcoin is that in fiat? Let's take a quick look. At time of filming right now, that is $56 extra on top of the 0.002, right? So I put in 58, but I made 56 extra on top of my 58 back. So that was luck. It's not always going to be like that. So it's all about timing the market, knowing the hash rate marketplace, and knowing where to put your orders. And that is a balancing act. I know easy mining makes it easy, but it is a gambling. And you can see I do have some other orders here, if you paid attention, that where I am trying to solo mine Bitcoin, but I am not successful. It's not always going to be that. So you just got to, understand your risk mentality and don't overexpose yourself. Now, on this second order that I started on August 2nd, and don't worry about the dates. The key here is the amount, right? So I put in 0.003 Bitcoin. So I went in a little bit deeper. Instead of 0.002, 0.003 is what I ultimately invested. I think it's actually 0.0031 is what I actually put into it. So let's look at the profitability from that order. So off rip. Now this is on August 3rd. So the 24-hour mark, or 24 hours after I started this order, my earnings was 0.0036 Bitcoin. But then nobody worked my order for the following days, as you can see here. And then I finished off the order with only 0.00036 Bitcoin. But ultimately, that ended up being, I want to say, 0.004 Bitcoin. But if we look at what I actually put into that and we calculate that into the math, unfortunately, I didn't make as much as I would like. So we'll minus that from 0.0031, and I only made about 0.001 Bitcoin. So ultimately, that comes down to, you know, if I put in that much off the rip, 3.1, I put in $91 basically at time of creation, but I made 28. So I made my 91 back, but I also made $28 on top of it. So it is profitable nonetheless. And then my last order where I just put in, I believe, 0.01 Bitcoin, we actually came out just a little bit ahead. That's this last number right here. And if we minus that, we can actually see what the outcome was. So minus 0.001 Bitcoin. You know, it wasn't a lot, but either way, I'm getting the money back that I put in, and almost $4 to $5 extra on top of it. So there is a delicate balancing act. You're not always as lucky, but it does, in my personal opinion, yield better profitability than easy mining, because easy mining, in my opinion, is gambling. But the benefit for miners with easy mining is it's incentivizing end users that may not have miners to participate, and then us miners with our ASICs, GPUs, or what have you, are able to reap the benefits because they might be overpaying for that order, or they might be, you know, having a number of different orders that's paying us not only to earn the crypto that we would have earned, but maybe additional or a little bit extra. So it's all a balancing act. It's all an understanding of your risk tolerance and adapting and overcoming. But long story short, as I just showed you, I can place an order where the returns, while it may be not as consistent or not as profound, right, where I only made $4, $5 extra over my 0.001 originally invested, there is some aspects in which I'm making $50 or $40 extra what I invested. And obviously the price of Bitcoin fluctuates as the market conditions fluctuate, and there's a number of variables involved, but just understand what you're doing. However, if you're a small scale miner like myself, take a look at it, because you can come to the hash rate marketplace. Let's go take a quick look at it. You can come to hash rate marketplace and you can look for various algorithms, right? Let's look at SHA-256 ASIC boost, and there is SHA-256 by itself too. It just doesn't have as many miners on it as you can see here. This only says 0.5 exahash or 0.03 exahash compared to SHA-256 ASIC boost, which is 2.5 or 1 almost 2 exahash. So there's not that many miners on it, but you can still utilize it, right? And you come down here, you see all the little rocket ships. All these rocket ships are part of the easy mining program, team mining, whatever it might be. And if you keep scrolling on down, you start getting to the regular orders where the individuals started adding stuff. And we got a lot of orders here in the EU compared to the US, but we can see that the middle order, if we find the rocket ships, the top order is around 2.83 Bitcoin per terahash, I think it's called, or exahash a day. And we want to find the middle of the road of that, but not overpay, but not underpay. So I would say in this case, looking at what we're looking at here, we'll shoot for 2.36, 2.37, somewhere in that range. So that way we're in the grouping with other miners, but we're not overpaying too much. So that way we could try to make additional profits upon our initial investment. On the EU side, the number might be the same, but there's so many easy mining orders that it's just pushing everybody. Here's the first one from a regular client who's paying 3.05 Bitcoin per exahash per day. So that's quite a bit more. And if we try to find the middle of the road here, it's looking about the same. 2.36, 2.37, somewhere in there, because you can see it falls off after 2.36. So you would be at the bottom of that hash rate order on the Nicehash marketplace if you were to do it on the EU side, where on the US side, you might be in the middle. So it's all about looking at what others are paying and try to find a good middle range, a good balance for your setup and what you're trying to accomplish. I don't use it too much for solo mining, but if I can earn additional Bitcoin with the Bitcoin I already mined, it's a win-win. But that's going to do it for today's video. Please do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. As well as check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And if you have any interesting stories to share with your utilization of the Nicehash marketplace, please leave us that story down in the comments. And I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.